Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be doing a 164 player retrieve the data by ourselves. And real quick before I get into the meat and potatoes of the video, I just want to say a quick shout out to everyone that's using my supported creator code. I got it a few days ago, and since then I actually have a solid amount of supporters already, and you guys have actually been using my code. So please keep using my code. It really means the world to me. I hope that I can continue doing this and push out higher quality content going forward. I'm doing some work on my thumbnails as opposed to the old style that I had before, and I'm still figuring this stuff out, guys. You gotta bear with me, but if you guys can stick with me throughout the journey, then that'll be amazing. But yeah, so here's the loadout. Base Kyle in the commander slot. He's just the best commander in the game. I'm just gonna say it. He's just the best constructor commander in the game. What he does, his base nearly doubles HP on all of our buildings that are affected by his base, which is freaking fantastic. And actually, because this is a 160, a quick trivia is that power level 250 smashers, base Kyle's walls that are tier 3 metal, they can actually survive 2 smasher charges, which is really like important. That's like a pretty good breakpoint to know. A smasher can charge his tier 3 metal wall once and then charge it again, and it's going to be standing still, which is crazy. So yeah. For our team perk, we got Supercharged Traps. Supercharged Traps is great because for retrieve the data, I like building more like a I call it a turtle build, where it's like I'm just building like a nice little grid around my around the data site, and then I'm just like expanding it outwards, like just a little bit more, so just enough traps to actually kill the husk and stuff like that. So with supercharged traps, it's gonna make the damage of our traps increase by 42.5%. For every constructor that we got in our support team, it increases it by one stage. So we got 5 constructors here. So if you do the math, 8.5 times 5 is 42.5. So yep. And then for our actual support team, Mega Base Kyle, increasing base by 1 is actually really powerful. This goes in every direction, up, down, left, right, doesn't matter. In every direction, it's an increase in base size, which is just fantastic. And we got Pyro Base Nox here. He gives us some self-repair on our buildings. Because this is a 160, there's going to be just like a lot of like random bullshit that's just going to, come at us and stuff. So Pyro Base Nox is actually really good at self-repairing the structures while we're not paying attention to something. So yeah, he's just really good. And here we have Ice King. Ice King is also really good. He makes it so that whenever Husk are walking on our structures that are affected by the base, they get snared by 15%. And this just means that they walk slower to us. Whenever they stand on the floors, they walk a little bit slower, which is awesome, because that's more time for us to shoot them. That's more time that they got to take to go to the objective. And that's more time for our traps that are going to be supercharged. They're going to be supercharged. That's more time for them to do damage as well. So yeah, really good hero. And here we have Demolitionist Penny. She's awesome. She increases launcher damage by 17%. The only hero in the game that actually explicitly increases launcher damage is Demolitionist Penny. And the reason why I have her is because in 160s, right, there's going to be a lot of miss monsters, specifically smashers. You can easily see flingers, blasters, takers, just a bunch of BS that has a lot of HP, and the launchers are perfect for this because the launchers just have really high base damage. The RAF, the pot shot, the discharger, all these weapons, even the Santa's little helper, which I personally love, does so much damage, and then Penny just boosts them to do even more damage as well. And to round out the loadout, we got Bomb Squad Kyle, because like I said, this is 160. We're going to be facing power level 250 enemies, and I'm by myself. So Bomb Squad Kyle just increases our armor by 22, which is actually pretty solid. And it just makes us take a bit less damage from everything, really, which is nice. For our gadgets, we got Banner and Slowfield. Banner just increases the health of all of our structures and heals them as well. So like when we're under a lot of stress, we can put the banner down and yeah, so that's something. We put the banner down and it heals everything and makes everything a bit like way tankier. So yep. And then slow field, mainly good for the mini boss. The mini boss is going to be tricky. I'll get into it later when we get into the mission. But it's also good for slowing things down coming through a choke point. So yeah. Without further ado, I will be taking this into this 160 right here for today. And this is actually one that I want to get into because it's a water storm with metal corrosion. So I'll be back when I hop into this and show you guys how I like to tackle these missions. Alright, so I'm in the mission, and Ray's going to be talking, and what you're going to do is just look up in the air and look for the balloon. So I just looked up in the air, spawned over here, and yeah, we're just going to be going over to the balloon. You want to do this really fast, because retrieve the data, after 20 minutes are over, after Ray stops talking, then the mission actually just ends. And the balloon actually lands, and we're gonna be what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna also be collecting every file. I've seen some people do builds where they purposely wait till like the actual balloon like lands, which when like the game forces you to actually just do the mission. And by then you don't even get all the files though, which is the issue. And I want to do this like, you know, with all the files done, so it's like, you know, we get all 16 files, not like end at like fucking like 11 or 12 or 10, however much it is. But yeah, so I got some clearing to do though. I will be right back once I clear this encampment. So yeah, just give me a minute. Alright, did the encampment. I actually died while doing it, so unfortunately my life is gone. But hey, that just adds to the challenge, doesn't it? So yeah, so here we're in a lakeside area. Lakesides are actually like chill. I actually don't mind them. They're like fine. The spawn that we got's like okay too. And yeah, so we're just gonna be doing a build here, really nice and quick. And I want to also say that we're gonna be doing a damage build because I like doing damage. I like killing the husk guys. I don't like really stalling them. I mean, of course, I'm gonna use traps like freeze traps and wall launchers, most likely in this build. But I like killing the husk. I'm a fan of that. I'm probably gonna use tire traps too. It's like, you know, get some stalling into, but I'm not gonna make like an entire like stall build. You know, I'm trying to save. So yep. So what I like doing here is we're just gonna be building around like this 2x1 like this. And one thing I will say, yes, it is metal corrosion, but please still continue to build in metal. The reason why is because metal is just, you know, the highest HP material in the game to build with, and smashers are really important because I mean, like guys, I'm not gonna be using fucking tier 3 wood in a, in a 160 zone. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, that's just a meme, and we're not gonna build with brick obviously because the water husks are gonna be doing, and its monsters are gonna be like smashers are gonna be doing double damage to those brick structures. So yeah, we're gonna be building with metal. Metal corrosion only triggers when it is used by, or when the basic husks are attacking the structures, and that like, and when I say basic husk, I literally mean like the husk that you find in like the tutorial of the game, you know, like the first ever like just random husk that you encounter in the game. So yeah, what I like doing here, I like clearing the debris out of the area with using Rosie. She is really good at clearing out all this debris and junk, so we can actually just like see what we're dealing with and what we're building. And yeah, we're just gonna use her till we just run out of ammo on her. And yeah, perfect, nice. So yeah, just gonna be tier 3ing all this. I call this like the core, right? Where it's like a nice 3x3 grid around it. And then we're gonna be doing some of the husks are actually, okay, what I'm gonna be doing, okay, so this is actually where I want to get into block ops. Whenever you see ramps like this in the terrain, you can actually just like just do a stair like this, or a ramp like this, and then edit a floor like that. And what this does, it like fucks up with the AI of the husk, and you can actually, and it like, most of the time they're gonna be like walking to it, right? And then it looks like they're about to hit it, and then they just back off and like find a different route to take. But from my experience, I've actually noticed that smashers don't really care about that. So if a smasher comes at an angle, then we have to repair it and deal with it ASAP. But yeah, we're gonna be doing this, and I like putting cones like here, and then we edit them into ramps. You can also just put ramps, but I'm being fancy, so don't worry about it. Yeah, just gonna edit the ramps like this, like so. Tier 3 all this metal that I put down, you're gonna tier 3 it, and even tier 3 this as well, because flingers just do an ungodly amount of damage, and lobbers too. So gonna be taking care of that. And then I use this build all the time, or at least most of the time in my missions, so I'm pretty familiar with how to construct it. But yeah, so we're just gonna be doing it like this. If the terrain extended out like if there was like just like flat terrain here, then I would be building like, you know, floors here and stuff to just, you know, complete like a ring around like the main core here. But because that's not the case, then I'm not gonna bother. There's literally no point of doing that. So because if any husk comes here, we could just launch it out with like a floor launcher or something. So yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna be upgrading everything, and then yeah, out here we're gonna be upgrading all this stuff too. And one thing I will say while building this is that I am gonna be using everything to my advantage. If you guys are doing 160s by yourselves, I'm assuming you guys have the weapons. You have most weapons in the game. You probably have mythic weapons. You probably are high power level to actually queue into the mission. So I'm gonna be using, you know, the discharger and the Storm King's Wrath probably, and like the Xenon bow, and probably pod shots too. Santa's little. I'm gonna be using all these like high S tier weapons that everyone talks about. I'm gonna be using them, guys. Like, I'm not gonna make the game harder already that as it is to like satisfy like one guy in the comment section that's gonna be like, oh, why are you using the discharger? You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm just gonna do what I do and show you guys how I do this, because this is my video and this is my channel, so I make the rules here. This is mine. So yeah, just building all this, and so they're gonna be coming from 3 angles. They're gonna be coming from south, west, and north. Okay, cool. So north, what I like doing, I like making tunnels. So we're gonna make tunnels like this, and then these we're gonna be building walls like this, and we're gonna be building more walls like this, and walls like this, and yeah, this probably is good. We'll extend it out one more as well, one more on every side here, like so. And nice, perfect, nice, cool. So okay, so I'll get into some trap placement too. Actually, what I'm gonna be doing here, I'm gonna be using gas traps here, and I like gas traps a lot because I'm a big fan of tunnels, and gas traps are still really good, guys. They got really nerfed like quite a while ago, but they're still good, like actually, and I love them a lot. So I'm gonna be using gas traps. And okay, yeah, so while this stuff is all upgrading, I'm gonna get into like traps and stuff. So I'm just pretty much making the template, and I'll get into trap placing in just a minute and stuff. So yeah, so what you're gonna do here in the around the data site, you're gonna be using wall darts, and the wall darts actually shoot through the ramp. Oh, and one thing I forgot too is I'm gonna just make this out of brick, and I'm gonna be tearing this brick too. You're gonna be using some ceiling zappers here as well. Oh, if I can freaking find some. And you're gonna be using, if it's a water zone, you're gonna be using nature ones. And guys, I know I have purple perks on my zapper here. It's fine, trust me. I'm a professional. But yeah, we're gonna be using nature ceiling zappers here, and the zapper actually shoots through the ramp as well. So if like a smasher comes by, we can just zap it. And we're using nature because this is a water zone, and nature takes more damage from water enemies take more damage from nature husk than they do energy, so that's why we're going to be using that. And then we're going to be putting some floor launchers here where the ramps are at, like so. And then wall darts on every corner here, every single corner here, wall darted. And here on the corners here, we're going to be using some anti-air traps. Anti-air traps are great. This is mainly for any propanes that throw their, or any exploder husky that throw their propanes inside the core. You can just zap them away with that. And make some more of these, going to be using more of them. And yeah, so out here, where like the corner walls here outside of the core are going to be at, I put tar pits here. Tar pits because smashers have an affinity for actually charging into these corner walls. So I'm going to be trying to minimize that as much as possible. And okay, perfect, nice. Just gonna upgrade all this. All this is upgraded, nice. And then as well on these, like outside the tar pits, right, we're gonna be putting some anti-air traps. Once again, for sploders, but also for lobbers. Lobbers do like to mess around with us too, so we're just gonna be putting some anti-air traps here, like so. And yeah, perfect. So now we can get to the tunnels. The tunnels, super straightforward. We're going to be using broadsides. Yes, I love broadsides, and I love gas traps. So we're going to be using broadsides like this, and then we're going to be using gas traps like this. And then on the floors, believe it or not, we're using freeze traps. And freeze traps, real quick, I want to talk about it. Whenever you want to place freeze traps looking towards the objective like this, because they have a directionality mechanic, and whenever the freeze traps are placed towards the objective, then the husks that get frozen by it are gonna when they thaw out, they're gonna get staggered backwards like this. If you place it facing this way, then they're gonna get staggered towards the objective, which is not what you want. So yeah. And then I gotta hurry up here so I can actually collect all the data, upgrade all this, and upgrade. Okay, nice. So yeah, I'm gonna be speedrunning this real quick. Freeze, and then broadside, 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 gas, broadside, 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 and freeze, perfect. Now, I gotta put some tar pit here. Yeah, make sure to just double check everything real quick. Everything's nice and dandy. There we go, perfect. And yeah, that's the build. You can also put some anti-air traps here as well. Oh, actually, one thing I want to do, I like putting wall launchers. It's something I've actually been trying out. Putting wall launchers here can actually help versus flingers, because the husks that the flingers might throw are gonna be might end up on the floors there and then just get launched off. So yeah, we're just gonna start the mission right now. And real quick too, I like putting wall spikes here with the heals attached 6 perk here so that they can get repaired. And yeah, we're gonna be putting the base. We're gonna jump, put the base right there, and get out of here. Upgrade the roof as the mission goes on, and well, I'm forgetting one thing. Oh yeah, here on the ramps, I'm putting healing pads. The healing pads also have the perk where the heals attached, but I also don't have base MD in my build. I normally run base MD if you watch my channel, and but here I'm not, so I have to use healing pads. I'm gonna get my discharger ready. I'm gonna get my RAF ready. So yeah, I'm gonna also do a quick run around here just to make sure that we get all of these upgraded. Because sploders are definitely a pain. And yeah, I also like just doing like some corner walls here. I just mainly just protect myself against like the zappers and stuff. One thing that you can also do if you want to be extra is you can also put a ceiling electric field here. Because this is a water mission, I'll put nature ones here. So you can also just do that. Like right here. Like right on the outside. And like that. So yeah, perfect. Upgrade the roof here. Yeah, pretty chill wave so far, nothing crazy. The moment you hear a flinger roar, panic. They hurt. But yeah. I can also put some anti-air traps here on like these corners, or like defenders pads work here too, but I won't be using defenders for this one. Yeah, just kill that. Okay, I have a Z number already, just in case this one breaks. Yeah, actually super chill defense so far. Okay, Taker, yeah, so Takers, you just zap them with the... yeah, goodbye Mr. Taker, you're out of here. If you have the pod shot, you can also use that too. Yeah, I'm actually gonna get it ready just in case so I can show you guys what I mean. So the storm is gonna be rotating. They usually rotate in these missions. I'm actually gonna get my Z number ready just in case I see lobbers. So yeah, so like okay, even against blasters, you can just pot shot them. Yeah, it just it just deletes it. So yeah, that's nice. And keep an ear out for lobbers and flingers. Flingers, whenever they spawn, they make that giant roar noise. They go, ugh. Okay, yeah, so lobber right there. Lobber, you definitely use a long range weapon to deal with them. And then the blaster, I'll just kill us all with my RAF here. Nice. My RAF is physical, by the way, because I only use my RAF to kill miss monsters, like takers and blasters and flingers, and they can only be physical. So there's not really a point in me changing its energy. Yeah, because the takers are annoying because they don't actually go for the objective, but they just love trying to chase you around and stuff, so keep that in mind. Wait, I saw a lobber. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see the lobber sometimes in the storm, but just keep an eye out for the skulls if you see them. I'm lagging a little bit, unfortunately. Oh, there is a taker somewhere near here. Heal up real quick. Okay, yeah, taker. I'm gonna Xenumbo the shielder away if I can. Oh, they got launched. Wait, guys, my aim sucks. Oh my god, I'm horrible. Oh, yo, the zapper just obliterated. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the zapper and the wall darts just like obliterated that taker's HP. Kind of crazy. Let me try on recording. Okay, good. I'd be crying if I wasn't recording. So yeah, just kill the taker. Nice. Once again, I am using mythic weapons and I'm using discharger and all this in Xenumbo because this is 160. You guys should have these weapons if you're in this zone. I expect you guys to have these weapons, and if you don't have the discharger, then it's coming in like a month. So in the event store. So do not threats. Honestly, the blasters you can just kind of ignore. They don't really do much especially because you have these walls here that I put here. So yep. And the thing I said about the wall launchers here, this is kind of extra. Like you don't have to put the wall launchers here, but it's just nice as like it's kind of like insurance. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah. Yeah, but you see the base reaches everything pretty much. Everything is getting affected by. I think this. Yeah. Even the thing. Oh, I think I heard a smasher. Hold up. Wait. Maybe I'm hearing things. I might be hearing things. But yeah. So just make sure that you know where the storm is rotating. But you know the tunnels do a really good job at funneling all the husks and stuff. So yep. Okay, on the mini boss, I gotta talk about the mini boss. The mini boss spawns on file 10, of Richie data, it usually spawns on file 10, so keep that in mind. And yeah, Smasher. So yeah, okay, so Smasher is gonna charge, and then we just discharge it away. Super easy, super simple. There's a Smasher here, I think. Oh no, it was a Blaster. Cool. But yeah, the mini boss spawns on file 10, and it's gonna cause issues. It's gonna cause issues. If it's not a Smasher mini boss, it's gonna cause issues. If it's Smasher, then we could just discharge it. But if it's I can't name. If it's not a Smasher mini boss, like a Husk or a Husky, then yeah, it's gonna be a bit of an issue. So I expect it. Okay, here it is. I think it's a Husky. Yeah, it is a Husky. Yeah, and it's tank. Yeah, so this thing's unkillable, guys. This thing's actually unkillable. I'm gonna be bulrushing it away. If it's a Husky or a Husk, you can just bulrush it away over and over again to just crowd control it. And you can also slow field it, but watch out because it does have a tendency to just teleport away. Like how it did there. So yeah, keep that in mind. Just gonna get this taker. No crits, unfortunately. But yeah, whenever you see it coming, just bulrush it away. Like oh yeah, he's gonna kill me, right? No, he's not. I'm just gonna personal space. And okay, we got propanes coming. We got propanes, but luckily the anti-air traps are doing a good job. Nurses are super annoying for our gas traps. I'm gonna get my Santa's little helper. This is my favorite nurse killer in the game. I see nurses and then I just blow them up. So yeah, the gas traps, their damage is really nerfed by the things. I'm also gonna put the slow field here in this choke point here, because the mini boss has a tendency of just coming through here for now. So yeah, he also broke our ramp here, so we're just gonna fix that real quick. And okay, so we got some Sploder Husks. The Sploder Husks tend to go for the corner walls too, when holy shit, I got Vortex out of it. When they throw their propane and stuff, so just keep that in mind. I believe there are some issues here. Yeah, because so here, this is my bad. This is actually just my bad, because the Sploder Husk actually destroyed the walls when I wasn't even paying attention, because they just did so much damage. But yeah, the mini boss should despawn soon. It should despawn soon. I don't know if it is, but it should. But yeah, the Sploders, just kill them if they're hitting the walls, or just at least crowd control them, distract them a little bit. Pretty chill way. We got no flingers. I got really lucky, by the way. This is really lucky. If you see flingers, it's a bit more, you know, intense. But yeah, the mini boss despawned already, so and yeah, we're already almost on file 15. So yeah, I mean this was retreat the data, guys. This was retreat the data. I guess over here on these walls here, you can put like wall launchers for the Sploders if they really annoy you. But yeah, that's guys 160 RTD, perfect damage build right here. I'm just gonna build up here so you guys can see it again. But yeah, right here, this is the build, guys. A nice little base, and yeah, you can copy the build, copy my loadouts, use these weapons, really strong. And yeah, if you guys like what you saw, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Use my creator code Stockings. And yeah, this is the build. Hope you guys liked the video. If you guys want to see more of this content, let me know. And I have other videos too on this similar topic where I do 140s and 160s as well. And yeah, so if you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, use my code, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.